Previously, we looked at all commodities beginning with a C, the big C. Now we enter a realm of smaller commodities. We are going to group some letters together. Today we have diatomite, feldspar, fluorspar, gallium, garnet, germanium, gold, graphite, and gypsum. Even if we combine all of these together, they don't hold a candle to the sheer volume of production in the category C. In C, a gargantuan 5.7 billion tons of materials were produced in 2017, whereas D, F, and G combined barely reach 300 million tons per year, and that's roughly 5% of the big C. Let's see what all this stuff is about. Diatomite consists of diatoms, tiny sea creatures that belong to the realm of algae. They are photosynthetic life forms. At the end of their lives, they end up on the sea floor, and after millions of years of sedimentary accretion, they basically leave a sediment called diatomite. It's a deposit consisting of silica. Diatomite is primarily used in insecticides and filters. We extract roughly 2.7 million tons of it per year, and the supply is virtually endless. One of the most common commodities on the planet used in glassmaking, ceramics, and the such like is feldspar. Feldspar is a group of minerals that is quite abundant in the Earth's crust and virtually inexhaustible. The chemical composition is quite interesting. Most of them consist of alumina and silica, and they include either potassium, sodium, or calcium. It is also interesting to note that feldspar is used for potassium argon dating and has been found on Mars as well. We produce about 23 million tons per year out of a virtually inexhaustible supply. Next we get one of the minerals I personally find very beautiful, fluorspar. Fluorspar is also known as the mineral fluorite. Fluorite is a calcium fluoride salt. I find it beautiful because of its crystalline properties and the amazing colors it can have thanks to impurities present in the crystalline structure. Chemically, fluorides are interesting because they can be used in many electrolytic processes like aluminum production. Annual production rate is about 6.4 million tons out of a reserve of 260 million tons. And so we end up at the letter G with commodities like gallium, garnet, germanium, gold, graphite, and gypsum. As for gallium, well, that's an interesting yet very short story. Only 375 tons of gallium were produced in 2016. No real gallium deposit exists. It is expected that there is about 1 million tons of gallium present in bauxite and zinc resources. Compounds like gallium arsenide or gallium nitride are primarily used in the semiconductor industry. For instance, for LEDs and solar panels. Next, I jump over garnet and do germanium first. Another tiny Tim in the world of commodities with a measly 155 tons of annual production. Like gallium, it is mostly found with other metals. It is primarily used in fiber optics. Other cool and scientific applications include neutron scattering, synchrotron X-ray diffraction, high-energy X-ray applications, and gamma spectroscopy. Next we get the shiny mineral called garnet, predominantly made up of silicates. We produce about 1.7 million tons out of a virtually inexhaustible supply. It is almost exclusively used in abrasive. Then we get another small commodity, but with huge value, gold. 3,100 tons of it is produced annually out of a reserve of 57,000 tons. By this measure, we will run out of gold in 18 years. Gold doesn't oxidize, which is one of the reasons why it was coveted from early on. It stays as it is. The funny thing about gold is that people have tried to make it. Isaac Newton is known for dabbling in alchemy to try to create gold. That said, we can actually make gold through transmutation, but it is much more expensive than the end product and it requires fast neutrons. We progress down the list and find graphite, a compound made out of crystalline carbon. Graphite is quite versatile. Everybody has once owned a graphite pencil. It is also one of the major constituents for batteries and is used in steel making and is used as a refractor, which means that it can be used to keep heat inside, like say in an industrial kiln or oven. We produce about 1.2 million tons of it a year, out of a reserve of 250 million tons. And finally we have gypsum, or calcium sulfate, mainly used as a building material and is so abundant that we will probably never run out of it. It's the largest commodity of the Gs with an annual production of 263 million tons per year. We've reached the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.